content marketing, cold email, LinkedIn, Facebook ads, TikTok ads. These are all methods that people are talking about right now of how to get customers for your software company, but which one should you actually use starting from zero and not have to break the bank? Since the rise of social media and TikTok and Instagram Reels and content marketing being so popular now, a lot of people are neglecting some of the best ways to get customers very affordably and predictably, which in my opinion is LinkedIn outbound DMs. This is the strategy that I actually used to scale my last company, Closify. We had a huge sales team on LinkedIn firing off DMs, and I'm gonna walk you through the exact strategy that we used to book 200 calls per month and hit our first six-figure month with this strategy. And at the end of this video, I'm going to actually show you the exact scripts that I'm running for my different companies right now. So make sure you watch till the end and stay for that. Now, I know a lot of you actually might be confused by this video because you think LinkedIn is just some corporate-y type of, social media that is only used to get internships and jobs. But believe it or not, it is one of the best ways to actually get clients, especially if you run a B2B software and very few people know how to do it properly. I mean, think about it. There's literally thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of business owners just hanging around on the platform. So if you're running a software company or any other company that's B2B really, you probably have an ICP or an ideal client profile. And so all you have to do is find a couple hundred or a couple thousand people in your ideal client profile and start to reach out to these people, and we can even do it on autopilot, and that's exactly what I'm gonna show you how to do now. The best part about this strategy is it's only gonna really cost you $200 a month. So first, how the heck do you find these people that you're trying to target? To find these ideal client profiles, we are going to use LinkedIn's Sales Navigator, which is $65 per month. This is going to allow you to search through LinkedIn's whole database, and it allows you to filter your searches to find your ideal client profile. So you'll be able to filter by position, by state, by region, by industry, etc. And so we can get very specific and target our ideal client profile. And I do want to stress, for this to work, you need to get crystal clear on who you are targeting, because we need to find out one person and we need to find messaging that works for them. And that is how you actually get product market fit and actually get customers predictably. This is arguably more important than what you actually say to them once you reach out, because if you're selling to the wrong person, it's just never going to work. So make sure you get very clear on who you're selling to and what messaging is going to resonate with that type of person. Again, for example, if you were selling cold email as a service, you don't want to reach out to people that have a business to consumer type of business, because cold email is not even in the cards for them. So let's say you have a software that helps agency owners maybe book more appointments or something, and so you're trying to target agency owners. So you can actually just search for people that have like CEO and digital marketing agency owner in their profile and find people that way. And then you can filter to the company size. So, if they're, 1 to 5, they might be too small for them to be able to afford to work with you. So maybe you want to go to like a 10 to 20, company size and reach out to people in that ideal client profile. So once we got clear on who we're reaching out to and actually went ahead and built the list, we now have hundreds or, thousands of people that are ready to be reached out to. You might be sitting here and thinking, I am not going to just spend my whole day, sending DMs to people on LinkedIn. That sounds like a total drag. Luckily for you, we're going to sign up for a software company called Expandi.io, which allows you to do this all on autopilot for only $99 per month. And so on Expandi, you are going to be making 2 campaigns. We are going to make a connector campaign and we are going to make a messenger campaign. So basically what the connector campaign does is you upload this list, and the connector campaign is actually, it automatically sends out like 20 connection requests per day to your ideal client profile. And it's very easy to set up. If you did get lost, there's tons of tutorials out there from Expandi themselves. But so the connector campaign is only going to send the connection request to people. It won't DM them, which is why we need the messenger campaign as well. But right now, a little bonus tip, I've always had a higher connection acceptance rate sending a connection with no message versus sending one with a message. And then the messenger campaign, it is going to automatically DM every single person once they accept your connection request. So they accept it through the connector campaign, and then once they accept it, the messenger campaign is going to automatically send them a DM. And you can also include follow-ups, so that way if they don't respond to the first DM, you can set a follow-up and you can set a time delay for that of your choosing. And so here's where it gets a little crazy. Once we have this working successfully on one Expandi.io account, if you have the capital for it at this point, which you should if the campaign is working, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go hire more people to do exactly what we just did, just with a different list. And now we can just train them on it because we already know it works. You make a standard operating procedure and you give it to them, you train them, you pay for their software, and they're at it sending DMs on your behalf. We had dozens of people doing this for us at Closify, and that is how we booked 200 calls per month. So now let's actually get to the DM script. Let's talk about what type of outbound DMs actually work. I'm going to share with you some of the scripts that have been working for myself and also software companies that are inside of our venture studio company. So no one likes to be cold reached out to, right? Like when someone, cold emails you or messages you on LinkedIn out of of nowhere, or maybe they even cold call you. Most people get pretty fed up with that and don't even want to entertain it, but that's because most people do it so poorly. If you're reaching out to an absolute stranger and they have no idea who you are, there's two other things here that are really important to note. One, your profile has to be presentable. You have to have a good picture, a good banner, a headline that says what you do, a good description, a good featured section with case studies, testimonials, YouTube videos. Make sure you exist on the internet so when people go and look you up after you DM them, they can actually find out some information about you.
And as I said, with how important it is to optimize your profile, HubSpot actually collaborated with LinkedIn to make the ultimate guide for LinkedIn, going over how to optimize your profile with things like having a keyword-rich profile, a variety of backlinks, participation in groups, etc., as well as how to post high-converting content on LinkedIn, the importance of writing good headlines, and so much more. And so I use this guide for my LinkedIn profile, and I have my team members use this guide for their LinkedIn profiles as well. So I highly recommend that you go through this. I will link it in the description, and it will help you succeed when you're using LinkedIn to get customers.
The other thing is you need to reach out with value. If you're not going to reach out to them with value, if you're just going to immediately pitch them, that's never going to work. And that is why all these people fail at it. So like I said, as a part of your research, when you're looking for your ideal client profile, you should be talking to these people and figuring out what types of problems they're facing. So you are going to choose the biggest and most painful problem that they have, and you're going to make a free resource around it. So let's say that, again, we're gonna go back to the agency owner example. You have a software, let's say it's an automated Twitter DMing software, and it's helping agency owners get more appointments. So what we would do is we would make a free resource over how to get more booked appointments for your agency by utilizing Twitter DMs. And it's really, really important that you make this free guide very, very good for them. Like, it should actually be well put together. You should spend your time on it. It needs to be very good or this will not work. And you're gonna say something like, hey, name to them. I talk to a lot of agency owners every single day, and a big thing that I've noticed is a lot of them are not taking advantage of utilizing Twitter DMs to get more appointments. So I created a free resource on this. You can get it below. Like, hope that helps. Or something very nonchalant, like very casual, and literally just that. Don't say anything else. Don't ask them for a demo. Don't ask them to get on a sales call. Don't ask them to purchase your software, because inside of that free guide is actually where you're plugging the software. And so you're giving away all the information around how to use your software for free, but then you're actually selling the software as the means to implement the information. It's like, hey, here's how to get clients on Twitter with automated DMs, and here's the tool to actually go and do that. And so then if they don't respond at all in another day, we're going to say something like, hey, did you get a chance to check this out? And if they don't respond after another 2 days, I'll normally send them a meme using Hyperize, and Hyperize integrates with Expandi, and so I'll normally use that and I'll send them some sort of funny meme. And so some of you guys might know that I also have a company called finetuner.com. It's a software to fine-tune GPT models without knowing how to code. So let me tell you how we're doing this for our company. We're actually reaching out to agency owners on LinkedIn right now, and we've noticed that a lot of agency owners are not utilizing AI to the full potential that they could be. And so I had my developers make a full guide on the different use cases for fine-tuning models and make it a complete guide of all the things that you can automate and replace VAs and all these things that you can do by fine-tuning GPT models. And I've been reaching out and I've been saying, hey, Name, again, I talk to a lot of people in the agency space, and most of you guys are not utilizing AI to its potential, and a lot of you guys don't even know about fine-tuning. So I made a totally free, PDF guide for you guys to check out all the different use cases, so that way you can see, what you can delegate or what you can automate. And then, if they look it over, they appreciate it, they sign up to finetuner.com, because again, otherwise they have to know how to code in order to fine-tune. And so that is the strategy that I'm using. And again, a similar follow-up, if they don't respond today, I'm gonna say, hey, did you get a chance to check it out? Or then they might say yes. I'm like, how do you like it? And so it's like, as you can see, like if they do look it over and they like it, it's a very conversational and social way of selling to them. It's also important to note you do just want to test multiple scripts at one time and always see what's performing better. So another framework that I've talked about before that I've used in the past that I used at Closify is just, hey, Name, quick question, and then like a conversational starting question, like, are you currently hiring on your sales team? And so it could be like, are you taking on more clients this month? It was a little bit more of a direct approach, but it did perform for a very long period of time, and it still does perform today as well. And so if you want to have a few takeaways from this video, things that are really, really crucial, is that you need to be super clear on who your ideal client profile is and what big problem they have. You need to have an optimized LinkedIn profile. You need to exist on the internet. You should have some content out there, because if you do have content out on the internet, then it makes your outbound campaigns perform even better. Lead with value and understand that once you get this to work on one account, it scales very quickly and predictably by just hiring and training more people to run more Expandi campaigns completely on autopilot. All you have to actually do is respond to them once they reach out to you. So if you watch this entire video, you should have all the information that you could possibly need to go out and start getting clients for your software company. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit the button below and you subscribe so that way you can watch the new content that we have coming out. We have a lot of 30 to 60 minute full in-depth tutorials coming the next few weeks and months. So make sure you guys subscribe below. It really helps me. And if you're someone that's looking to start a software company and you want an in-house team of developers to build it for you that are trusted and vetted, and you want myself to consult you on marketing and sales and your whole go-to-market strategy, I'll put the link below for more information on that. And besides that, I will catch you guys in the next video.